I think the big thing is our season's been very much so up and down season, and I expected that with a lot of the youth that we have, with a lot of freshman starters, and that's going to happen. And I think the big thing is this group is very relentless, and we have trusted the process and we stuck with it, and deep down they continue to believe.
Especially with a young group, how big is it to have this week's tournament right here at home, to have just that advantage and familiarity for you guys?
Yeah, I think the thing with that is it sets the expectation that every single year that's something that we can achieve. It wasn't too long ago that we weren't even in the conference tournament. So, last year we made the conference tournament for the first time for a long time, and now being in it every single year, and now with the freshmen hosting their first go around, even some of the seniors have said, this is your first year and you're getting to host a tournament. What an awesome accomplishment that is.
What's the messaging this week to the girls as you guys get ready for the tournament?
The messaging pretty much has been, last year we took a huge step and we won a tournament game. And this year now the expectation is to make a deep run into the tournament and to ultimately believe that we got this and that we can do it. And that's the message that has been consistent throughout the last couple of weeks. I asked the team when we had 3 series left to go 7-2, and I thought that would get us in the conference tournament. We ended up going 8-1, which exceeded our expectations. And every time we kept changing the goal, and so we are now hosting, which was a goal accomplished, and now we're continuing to push the limits.
You guys brought home a couple individual awards that were announced today, I believe. What can you say about Tiffany and Paige and what they've meant to the team throughout the year?
Tiffany has been a consistent table setter for us. She's someone who, she's our steady person. She's our leadoff hitter. She's someone who works hard for everything that she has achieved, and I couldn't be happier for her. I think she realistically knew that it was a goal for her all season, and she set her mind to it, and she did it. Paige, being a freshman, had no idea that it was coming. She was completely caught off guard. I even said to her parents, I said the raw emotion that she showed when I first told her was something that I'll never forget. Paige is someone who has worked hard. She's someone who has continued to set the expectations and the bar high for herself, and she's someone who has always believed in herself as well.
What about Brittany? I know she didn't, she wasn't on that list today, but being a grad student, right, and a local player, what has she meant to this program over the last few years?
Yeah, Brittany is someone who, I think she's someone who came in this season with high expectations because she had a great season last year, and she was someone who battled a lot of injuries, and so for her to be able to be in this point where she's able to suit up and put her cleat on and go out there and compete for us is a huge accomplishment. She's had an up and down season as well, but I think it's also comes with when you're trying to compete through injury, that's tough to do. So she's been someone who's been, she's the ace of the staff. She's someone who's going to get the ball tomorrow. We're excited to have her out there and see what happens.
What does it say for the program that you've had back-to-back player of the years? First time in school history, and last year, and now we're going back to back.
Yeah, I think the big thing with that is it continues to put us on the map. I would be lying if I said that people are probably shocked that that's happened coming from a 5-seeded team. But at the end of the day, we knew that we have good players in this program, and we have to put it together, and we're getting hot at the right time. And we've had an up and down season, but getting hot at the right time is what matters.
How cool would it be to add a banner behind you and important for this program?
I think it would be a dream come true. I think the university has given us the tools to be successful. That's all I can ask for. We hope we make them proud. We hope we can make our alumni proud and continue to put banners on that back wall.
Do you feel like this group is hungry and I wouldn't say bought in, but willing, super motivated to achieve that and make this deep run you're talking about?
100%. I think it's something where they knew their backs were against the wall, and ever since our backs have been against the wall, we kind of have started to perform. So I think they're very hungry. I think they're very anxious. I think they're excited to be at home. We know Green Bay is not a place that a lot of people wanted to make the long drive because we have teams coming from 10 plus hours away, but at the end of the day, we're here and we're anxious and hungry.
Seems like, just looking at some highlights and box scores, you guys have won on a lot of walk-offs this year. Has it been more than typical? And if so, what does that say about this squad?
Yeah, it's definitely been more than typical, and I think it is something that makes me a little nervous. It's been good softball, but at the end of the day, I think it goes to show how gritty this team is, and that's something that we really kind of poise our culture on is being gritty and being those hungry players that are never going to give up and never going to quit.
Do you know offhand how many it's been?
I believe we've had either 4 or 5, and 4 of them were in a row.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Like a couple weeks ago, right?
Yes.
That was late April?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, I think the walk-offs against Youngstown State, which ended up proving to be huge, and us being able to host this weekend, that turned our season around for us. And I think that Youngstown's a team that we hadn't really beaten in the past, like as a program. We've struggled with them, so for them to come out and just go completely, 100% effort to what they could do was huge.
Yeah, it was really special. Coach had us all come together, and she announced the conference winners and stuff like that. So it was really cool having my teammates next to me and hearing Coach say it. So it was really fun.
What does that say about the program? And this is in back-to-back years now that that's happened. What does that say about the program that when kids come here, you're going to get high-level experience no matter what?
Yeah, I mean, it's what we're saying right now. We're on the rise. So it's really cool to be able to come here and put our name out there. It's really special what we're doing. So I'm really proud of this team and the coaching staff.
Sorry, Kyle. What about for you as a veteran, seeing Paige win freshman of the year too? Coach was saying her reaction was pretty, I don't know if emotional is the right term, but she said she was pretty excited to find out.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's huge. I don't believe Green Bay's ever had freshman of the year, so special right there off the bat. I mean, she's a huge part of our team, so it's really cool that she was honored, and it was awesome. Very proud of her.
Do you
No,
feel like
good.
this group is hitting its stride at the right time? I mean, you guys went on a stretch where it wasn't looking so good mid-season, but you guys finished it off when it mattered, and you feel like you guys are hitting the best stride right now?
Yeah, and that's what's important too. Is right now if we're able to get hot right now, that's when it's important. So yeah, we really took a step back and realized that we're here for a reason and just to have fun and play the game we love all together.
Your name is littered the record books, hits, walks, steals, career steals. Have you been able to reflect on that at all, or are you just living in the moment and still not done?
Right now, I'm just living in the moment. My teammates are super helpful, and coaches, and they all support me. So right now, I'm just living in the moment with my teammates for one last ride. So.
How do you view your role on this team as just kind of the table setter? I think your average in conference play is like 450 or something crazy like that. Just speak to how you view your role and how important it is to get on base and score runs.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, start of the game, my job is to get on base and get the team pumped. So setting that table and being that spark is huge. And I think that's something that I need to do, and that's my job.
How important is it for you guys to host this weekend? Like, are you guys excited? What's the feeling like within you and your group?
Yeah, we're hyped. We've never been able to host before. It's always been the goal. So, I mean, being able to be at home and on our turf, it's sweet. We're all very excited and proud of one another, and our staff is helping, and they're huge. They're a great help right now, and trying to make it the best experience that it can be.
Are you guys hungry to put another banner up there?
Absolutely. That's totally the goal. We've talked about it for a while, and absolutely that's the goal.
How important, as a fellow veteran especially, has Brittany been to this team in the circle? I know her name wasn't on that all-conference awards list today, but her numbers are really good. I know she's your ace pitcher.
Absolutely, yeah, she's huge. She's definitely a spark plug for this team, and we need her out there, and she's going to do her job. We know that, so we're going to keep backing her up, and she'll do her job.
Yeah, when I heard the news, I was shocked, very shocked. But then I was just filled with gratitude. It's a really special opportunity to be here and to be nominated for that award. So I'm very grateful.
What does that say about this program, though? I mean, you guys have had numerous awards, but to come in your freshman year and make an impact like that, it takes a whole supporting cast to do that. I mean, what has your experience been like at the program so far?
Yeah, absolutely. The upperclassmen here are phenomenal leaders and great mentors, and getting through freshman year is tough within itself, but having such a supportive group of people around you, and they're phenomenal teammates, and 100% owe it to them for our success. So.
What would you say the biggest challenge has been for you this year? Not even just in terms of softball, I guess, but kind of like you mentioned, just adjusting to college life as a freshman.
Well, obviously there's a huge pressure aspect, I think, and everybody wants to succeed at the end of the day. But like I said, with such a supportive program, there really is no fear on the field. It's just heart and passion, and we come out here and we play as a team, and we go back and we're best friends. So.
How cool is it your first freshman year to host? Because, I mean, that's an accomplishment in itself. I mean, how excited are you just to be able to host this tournament this week?
Yeah, my freshman class is ecstatic, and not only for us, but for the seniors and the juniors and the sophomores. Everybody on this team is thrilled to have this opportunity, and again, we're very grateful for it, and we're ready to go. So, yeah, not only is Brittany a force on the mound, but she is a force in the dugout and in every single practice and every aspect of our team. So that leadership stems from everything off the field, and you can see it on the field that she really does run this team when she's on the mound. And having a leader like that, it's very hard not to be successful with her. So,
are weeks like this week the reason why you committed and came to Green Bay to win and play in tournaments like these?
You know, success is a huge part of it, but the initial draw that I had to this school and this program is the culture. And when you have a solid culture, a culture that cares about you and cares about the way we look, the small details, everything about this culture is why I wanted to be here, and this stems from our culture, this success. So it starts with the culture, and I'm very grateful to be here. So.